Hi, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, and I'm here with Erika Alexander and Derek Luke. They are the stars of the EPIX film American Refugee. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
And looking so good doing it.
Mhm.
No, this movie was really intense. And it was really good. And I love to see you all in roles that I don't think people necessarily expected you to do. I'll just start with you, Erika. What drew you to such a role?
Derek Luke.
It was there. Look at him.
I've distilled that down to its essence. Derek Luke. Actually, you know, it is wonderful to work with him, and I've admired his work, and we all saw his big debut and those types of things. He's wonderful to work with here, and also Ali Leroy is wonderful. I've admired his work. Everybody loves Chris and that type of thing. And I met him as a photographer, actually. And Blumhouse, I did Get Out for, so it was a Blumhouse film. So I knew it would be a social theme in it, and a thriller type and that type of thing. I think they deliver. Derek mentioned that the trailer is great, and it is, because it gives a really, everybody who's seen it said that trailer is great.
The trailer is good, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, really I saw it, but the trailer was what drew me in for sure.
Yeah, and so all those elements that were in the trailer were in the script, and then they cast really well, and all the young people were really great. And it's in New Orleans, so what to say no to? You get an opportunity to do something like that, and to also be a lead in a role with Derek Luke. That's a good thing.
And Derek, what's your answer to that? And you have to say Erika Alexander, don't you not say it? But go on with your answer.
Yeah, go on, please.
Well,
no pressure.
I was going to say, now on my text message I have saved that I want to introduce the world. It's not Erika, it's Erika the Great. First of all.
Yeah.
She is born and destined for greatness. She is a true artist. She is complicatedly artistic. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the challenges. I enjoyed the dynamics. And the dynamics I speak of is that I was raised under a matriarch situation. So finding out how to be a patriarch has been life's work. And I think that, you know, Greg, like a lot of men, I think like a lot of men of color, that sometimes you're expected to know, but you realize you don't. So I love the elements. To me, elements of surprise is he's questioning. He's mentally leading, but he's actually sometimes following and trying to, through sacrifice, keep the family together, but also admit that he had made mistakes. So yeah, all those complexities makes a good story.
Okay, definitely. I think that to sort of segue into this is in terms of the patriarch-matriarch dynamic. I think that we initially thought that Helen was much more meek of a character, but she was actually very strong, and she kind of called the shots and knew exactly when to jump. Sounds a little bit like someone that we know in the chat right now with pink hair. To do what she gonna do. Talk to us about that. You know what, guys? No, this is a serious movie. And you in a chat with Derek Luke, Erika Alexander, and they still gonna do what they do. We gotta talk about a serious movie here. Ain't nothing funny about this movie.
Wait, Derek.
Wait, so what's the question?
It's your turn. So yes, the question was just talking about her role as matriarch. I mean, she seemed like someone in terms of, she was very intense and she was very intentional. And like, this is the move that we're going to make right now. And like, hold on, we're here, we're doing this. In times when most of us probably would have been like, oh, no, that's not the right decision. But she just instinctively knew when to step in and really just be the leader in that family.
Answer that.
I like this. Yeah, okay, Derek. Let me tell you something. If he was raised by a matriarch, that means he was raised by a Black woman. Black women do well in hard times. They've had to. So I think that I come by it honestly, it's in my genealogy, it's in my DNA.
Mhm.
I hate that that's the case, that we don't flip out and go, what do we do? What do we do? I haven't seen it yet. Where Black people like, no, I mean, my God, somebody call the police. Black people are like, look, this is it. And that's what happens. I think that she's part of that, but she's also a woman in crisis. She's mourning maybe the youth and the promise of what she thought would happen through her marriage. And she's seeing what's on the end of her fork and she's not accepting it. So I say that there's a level of toxic behavior happening with her because she's so angry. And she's going to have to work it out. So, I think she's covering for a lot of things. One of the things she can do is organize and take control, but she can't fix this. That didn't fix that. That's not enough to fix that. She has to come together with her husband to do those things. And they do. They mature down there. They're up there. They could go for a very long time doing what they were doing. And maybe they were at the edge of that, but they can't. Down there, they've got to settle those things.
Yeah.
She's got to decide who she wants, who she loves. And more importantly, she's got to do it while she's under threat.
And in this film, the children weren't so much accessories to the story. Derek, you okay over there? The children weren't accessories, right? They were very, very important to the plot. And you guys, they were really good actors. So talk to us about working with professionals. I mean, we're talking about truly professional actors here, and they're very young, and just working with children that can handle work on that high of a caliber and just with that type of intensity. You don't see that often. I mean, this wasn't like, some like, I don't want to call the networks out, but it's just not, it wasn't a cheesy role, So
Derek, speak on them, because I always speak about the children. I love them, by the way. They're fantastic. I'm glad you said that. Go ahead, Derek.
I had some really great conversations with
Zamani,
huh?
Zamani, Vince, or Jesse?
Zamani. We talked about from adulthood, and I saw that she was really thought-provoking. She was really smart, and I think it bled into who she is and who she is as an actor. I spoke with Vince. I love his care. I think he cares about it. And I think if we look at that group just through the culture's view, we miss their intelligence, their passion, their drive to know what they want. And most of my time was with them on set and the conversations that we have. Erika spent more time, I think, outside with them, but I love them. I love how natural they were, honest they were, open to play. Yeah, like
they're still kids.
See that all the time. Yeah.
I know that
good people.
I mean, I know any of us, people want to know what they're on the right path. I mean, we all like words of affirmation. So I think it's really important to put yourself into the youth. So whenever I hear people that can take that time and just really speak to children, and not speak down to them, I can always respect that. I didn't know you had that in you, Derek.
Neither. No, like neither.
Did you guys?
Derek loves children. And we went through a few babies on set, and we got our perfect baby. His name is Titan. He was playing a girl, but his name was Titan. And Titan loved himself some Derek.
What?
And we were doing a scene, and I said to Titan, I said to him, we're doing this. And because he had learned how to flip over. I said, and I need you to lay there. And Titan did it from that moment on. Did you notice that, Derek? But whenever Derek was there, he just wanted to be like, okay, I'm going to go to Derek and I want to get in this. And they loved each other, and he was just lovely, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was awesome. He was awesome. Yeah. We went through a few, but yeah.
So some
was a man baby, and there was
some babies weren't on Titan's level.
He was lovely to everybody, but he loved Derek.
Oh, that's so sweet. Did you guys film this? You filmed this during the pandemic?
Yeah, we didn't talk about that, but we did. We I think by that time people were getting vaccinated, but we had just started, so most people weren't still in our age category, and maybe their age category down, certainly. And that makes it's stressful.
Because the reason I'm saying this is because the way the movie is positioned and written, and how, and just, of course, what you guys brought to the roles, this, I mean, it's very like dystopian and dark, but it also has a little bit of a, I mean, it's kind of realistic, right? Like it's not so far beyond the realms of possibility. I mean, I'm not saying, necessarily whatever city you're in right now, but it could happen. It could be somebody's reality. So I say all that to say, we are in the middle of the pandemic. We got our own internal chaos. You got this and that going on. You're acting in these type of roles. Did you ever just say, what the heck is going on?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I
said what's going on because we were in New Orleans. New Orleans. And man, one time I was standing outside of like a bakery, right? By the way, shout out to these muffins I have on the side.
What kind of muffins?
Huh?
What kind of muffins?
Frosted.
Yeah, some frosted thing. But the conversation is more interesting anyway. But I was standing outside. What's those things that eat wood?
Termites?
Yeah, so I'm standing outside and all of a sudden like a sea of termites start flying. And the people are like, oh, those are just termites. And I'm like, what? And so like New Orleans is interesting because you have all this chaos and culture and the bunk that they built, man. It was fun.
That's definitely different. I mean, I love New Orleans. It is one of my favorite places to be. I mean, but it is its own sort of world. It's nothing like anywhere in the United States. You don't even feel like you're in the United States.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's so true.
You're grateful for that. I mean, at some level, because it's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I like seeing all the signs in French as well. I mean, I don't speak a lick of French, but it's just interesting that the city just has that duality of being that kind of a bilingual city and all these different cultures that kind of.
Je parle en français un petit peu, but just a little bit.
No,
we're there. And their accent is so thick, you can't understand what they're saying, even if you speak French.
Yeah, no. But I mean, even with French, they even say like there are types of French, like you've got the Canadian French is not necessarily compatible with Haitian French or someone in France. It's just different. So I've heard that. I'm only speaking from what I heard, not what I know. So what would you like people to take away from this particular film? Again, it's very intense, but what else do we have to add to that?
Can't we all just get along? I'll just say what Rodney King said.
That works.
Yeah. I mean, that's good. That's really good. I mean, there's a lot of power. What would you say? Power construct inside of the, inside of the story. How to distribute power. Loss of power, as Erika said earlier. I think is a great, conversation. And a conversation that we need to, continue to have to, Erika, what did you say about like spaces, like you said, people like us being backed up into a space or a corner? What did you say?
I say that what the horror movies do best, horror or thrillers, is they back the characters into a corner. And then you see who they truly are. When they can't go left or right or back, they have to go forward. They're forced to, but that's when integrity, character, everything that's baked in you comes out for good or bad. And you start to be a problem solver. Sometimes your solutions are horrible and sometimes they're great. Sometimes they test you and we're here to be tested. And so that's what Blumhouse and these types of movies do very well, is that they're human dramas, but they are camouflaged in horror and thriller, genre movie.
I mean, I kind of use the same analogy a lot of times when I talk about like character and who you're sort of dealing with. Like you don't really know a person until you're under like an intense situation. Yeah, and he kind of like, like if it's something where people's backs against the wall, they're angry or what have you, but just how they react under stress tells you a lot about them. That's when they really truly unmask. Derek, what do you think about that? Was that a bar?
That sounds like relationships. Oh, yeah.
In general, right? Just dealing with people. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm talking about platonic relationships. We're not talking about, drama at the home front.
Or even more messed up. I mean, not messed up, but complicated.
Yeah. For sure. I thank you both for your time. This is a little unorthodox because the thing about it is, guys, I'm a little zany too. So the all this together.
How do we know that?
I I was trying to like, I really came in here trying to pull back. You know, I was trying to do the right thing. And then it's just like, I can't keep to it when y'all doing all of this. I can't.
Well, if you're blackfilm.com, you got to come with it. And we appreciate it. Glad that you're out there in space.
Thank you so much. And, you know, I try to come with it every day.
Oh.
So once again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Koku with blackfilm.com. Of course, I'm here with Erika Alexander and Derek Luke. They're stars of American Refugee. It is coming to EPIX on December 10th. It is a must watch. It is very intense. It's a good conversation piece too, I think. Y'all might not have as much as fun as we had in this little chat. But
I think it's the best. It's a perfect holiday movie. It's counter programming. It'll give everybody something to talk about, because if they see this, they'll know what to talk about after they eat their figgy pudding. So
that is so, no, but that's true. It's kind of like ranches off the holiday.
That's right. And
like,
now
whoa.
You're welcome, America.
And now we're going to move on to the stockings. After some dystopian drama. Okay. Right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.